place to get your first goal.
I know. I waited a long time. Now I've done it. I just want to thank my family, my parents, my brother, my sister, my grandmother, my girlfriend. They're here in the stadium. I don't know what to say. I worked 15 years for that moment, and now it's done. That's just happened.
Well, you looked overwhelmed now, but as you were closing in on goal, hang on. How are you, man? Congratulations. What do you think of him? He was very cool when he was going in on goal.
Now he deserves that, you know. Tough season, yeah, but look, mentality top. This guy is gonna be a superstar. He's already. He gave us the Champions League. Not only that, he ran like crazy. That's the teamwork. That's why he deserves this.
Kai, that's a good point, because there's a lot of pressure on you. You're the most expensive Chelsea player ever. You paid it all back in one night nearly.
To be honest, right now I give a fuck on that. We won the fucking Champions League, and we just celebrate now.
I apologise for that fruity language, but you understand why. The emotions are flying high. So Cesario, put this in context for us now. You've been through all sorts with this Chelsea side. What does this mean?
It's a lot. I came here in 2012 after the Champions League win, and of course, you know, I wanted to repeat that, and tonight, just amazing. My family here is a special day.
And if they cut you, it'll be blue blood, but I think you should join that lot, because they're about to deliver the trophy. See ya.
We fought so hard today. We knew that it was going to be a tough game, and it was just probably the second half really. We just fought for our lives. We just pictured this moment, this feeling, and yeah, it's just amazing. I'm literally speechless right now. It's what I come to Chelsea for. It's a dream come true.
One of the reasons you won that game is because there were a lot of one-on-one duels, and Chelsea seemed to win them, particularly yourself on the far side there against Mahrez.
Yeah, I mean, we knew their strengths. Obviously, Riyad and Raheem on the wings were potentially going to cause us problems, so me and Reece had to be on our game. And I think the key was just to get tight and try and be aggressive with them. And yeah, I mean, I was getting very tired as the game went on, but when the Champions League is up for grabs, it doesn't really matter.
Absolutely right. The strikers often get the glory, and Kai Havertz will, but there's some great defending out there tonight. Rudiger, block, Aspilicueta clearance, incredible stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Thiago going off was obviously, not what we wanted, but whoever's out of the three centre-backs, whoever's come and filled in, has been brilliant all season. Playing next to Tony's been amazing. He's been absolutely class since the manager come in. And yeah, I think everyone today defended for their lives. Second half didn't play as well as we wanted, but who cares? We won the Champions League, so I don't really care how we played.
Well done, Ben.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
A word on Ben Chilwell. He's obviously up against probably Luke Shaw for the left-back spot for England. He's done himself no harm whatsoever this evening.
Another huge performance today. 1v1 against Mahrez, we spoke about before the game and highlighted. 1v1, one of the best in terms of take-ons in the league. And he nullified him today. He had him outside and inside. He was comfortable going 1v1.
Yes, Thomas, what a lovely night. Wife here, the kids to share, and everything's perfect, doesn't it?
My parents, it's unbelievable. To share it with everybody is incredible, and what a fight, what a tough fight. And we made it 1-0. I don't know what to feel actually.
Does it feel even better because you lost last season's final?
I was so grateful to arrive anyway, and to arrive a second time. But still, I had the feeling it felt different. I told everybody before, not only after, it feels different. We were like, you could feel it every day coming closer, that we will touch it in the end, and I'm happy.
Just been discussing with Ben Chilwell. The players seem to win all their individual battles, one-on-ones.
Today, they were determined to win this. We wanted to be the stone in their shoe, the stone in the clockwork of Man City. We encouraged everybody to step up and to step out and to go for duels one-on-one. We would have wanted to be a bit more brave with the ball, to have a bit more relief and ball possession, but we created some dangerous counter-attacks, had some opportunities, and the second half was a pure fight.
And you had a choice up front to go with Mount and Werner. You had a choice of many. You chose the right one. Kai Havertz delivered for you, didn't he?
Kai?
Yes.
Kai was strong, so heavy, delivered again, but the guys are very reliable. No matter who you choose, you get everything. They leave their heart and leave everything on the pitch.
Yeah, you had a few scary moments. I saw you drop to your knees with your head in your hands when Pulisic misses.
Yeah. It's nicest moment. Could have been 2-0 up, and then it's so hard to defend. One deflected shot, one long throw, and one second ball. I mean, you die at the side.
It was a very fast game, particularly the first half. It was like blitz chess, I think. It was
it was very intense on the sideline, very fast. Regarding the circumstances where you always feel the tension, was a tough match to play, tough match to step out constantly, not losing the shape. You're always there to help each other. It's a lot to do.
Have a great party tonight, Thomas.
The scenes here are incredible. Everyone's been singing Joe Cole's name. 6,000 Chelsea fans, Joe. How did that feel?
I'm going to lie, Gary, it felt great. It's been a long time. And do you know what? When the moment we walked in, and I'm a believer in energy, and the fans were right at it from the start, and they were connected with their team, driving them on. Just seen a few friends there I've waved to. I'm so pleased for them all. They're all heroes.
You know what? This type of performance, the way that they've come together through this season, and now they've capped it off with winning this Champions League trophy.
They certainly have, and Joe, those celebrations there, that's something special. Still quite sprightly, aren't you?
My calves are going to feel it tomorrow, let me tell you.
He's not been gracious in victory. He's not been gracious at all.
Julian's been silent, boy.
Phil, it's really difficult for you, Julian. You've wanted it for so long as the club, and it's just not happened again.
Yeah, definitely. As I said, I was looking to speak to some of the hierarchy in recent weeks, and this is the one. This is the one they want. Like, domestically, as I said before, it's gone well for the club. They've dominated for years, but this is the one that propels you into that top tier.
Yeah, he's been accused of sometimes overthinking Pep Guardiola. Was he guilty of that, do you feel, again tonight?
I think that'll be levelled at him, I'm sure, because he changed the way that he's played all season. He's always had Rodri in there, or Fernandinho, and he didn't do that today, and he changed it. And he must have seen something. I mean, I spoke to him during the week, and he seemed quietly confident. And we all know tactically he messes and tinkers about with his team, and little nuances to change things. He might see a weakness somewhere, but today Tuchel, the way he set his team up today, really nullified any threat that this Man City team have had. And today they played with two wide men, really wide, Mahrez and Sterling. They've not done that as often this year, and that may be one of the areas that he maybe have got wrong.
Yeah, didn't work for him, that's for sure. There was only one goal in the game, the crucial one. It was Kai Havertz, a brilliant bit of football, not necessarily the best defending in the world, Joe, but Chelsea won't care.
Listen, this pass here from Mason Mounts, that's like, he just said, what's it like at the Ritz, silver service, put Kai Havertz through, enjoy yourself, get a winning goal in the final. But like, this ball here as well, Gary, that little cushion from Chilwell, but this one, the weight of pass, Zinchenko's at fault, we know that. But then, the composure just to go round him and do that, quality all over.
Goalkeeper can't come out of the box either unless he knows he's going to get it.
Yeah, and he obviously was fortunate that he didn't get sent off because he touched his hand, but like Joe said, the touch from Mount, the weight of pass, unbelievable, because he made up his mind, but Zinchenko has to be inside. He has to recognise that dangerous situation earlier and be inside and nullify that pass.
And do you know what I love about that goal as well? Obviously Mason Mount's part in it, the ball. It's a big moment in a big game, decisive. And then Havertz, who struggled at times, people have been critical, decisive moment, comes up trumps. What this does for them next season, like Joel said before, they become title contenders next season. The confidence that will propel from this will be phenomenal.
There was hardly a below-par performance from any of the Chelsea players. Mendy hardly had a save to make. I can't think of
non-existent. The Mahrez shot just over the bar last minute, but they was like what we pointed out at the first half. The distance between the back and the front was just so solid. They couldn't operate. They couldn't. They were throwing balls into the box last minute. When have we seen Man City just do that?
Good defender. Hardly ever, indeed. Let's hear from Mason Mount, played the important pass for the winning goal. Here he is with Des.
Mason, 22 years old, you're at the top of the club game. Not bad, is it?
I can't put it into words.
Everyone said that.
I know, it's
but they keep
impossible.
talking about it.
It's impossible. I just mentioned then I played in 2 finals for Chelsea, and we've lost them both FA Cups, and the way that hurt after the game, I've dreamt as a kid going all the way, making a final and winning it and winning the trophy. That's what I'm all about. That's what this club's all about. I know it in and out. I've been there as a kid, and now to go all the way in the Champions League throughout tough games. We've played some top teams, and now we're in a final and we've won. I can't put it into words. It's such a special occasion. At this moment in time, we're the best team in the world, so can't take that away from us.
We saw all aspects of the performance as well. You know, first half was frantic, second half you had to dig in.
Yeah. City, what a team they are. You can see what they've done in the Premier League, and they're very hard to prepare for. You don't know what you're going to get. They have top players, and it's such a tough game, and we get 1 goal on the break, kind of, and we're defending the whole game. We're giving it our lives, blocks on the line, everything, and we win. So yeah, I don't know what to say.
And it's one for the academy, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's you, there's Reece.
It's not just the players.
Talaman's on the door.
We've got staff here. Yeah. Joe Edwards has come through. Loads of staff that have come through, and obviously our players. What it means to us, it's unbelievable. My dad's just come down from the stands, and I burst into tears seeing him. It's a long journey to get to this moment here. So for my family, I thank them for everything. They've given me everything, and now these are the rewards.
Yeah, and you got a good summer ahead as well. Fingers crossed.
I know. Obviously, to be at this moment now, going into the Euros, I know obviously some of the boys from City will be meeting up, and they've given everything just like us. So my celebrations after the game were cut short because I went straight over to them because I know that what they've given, and just go to them and say they deserve to be here because of what they've done this season. They've been one, if not the best team in the world, and definitely in the Premier League, what they've given. So yeah, it's tough for them, and hopefully next season we'll be pushing for the Premier League as well.
Outstanding. Thanks a lot. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, he speaks as well as he plays, doesn't he?
What a humble young man he is, and so likeable in the way that he talks. He's thoughtful. He's somebody who's very much a football man, wants to be the best. Again, another one who's been criticised from different quarters of the media, and I can't fathom why. But he's somebody.
Not anymore, yeah.
No, he won't be anymore. He shouldn't be, and he's somebody who he's proof that you work hard, you get your rewards, and he's been a fantastic beacon of light for the academy at Chelsea, because that's been criticised in the past for not being utilised in the right way. Shining lights now.
Yeah, and you know, we can wax lyrical about the pass or when he gets on the ball and he twists and turns and all the skills, but there was a moment in the first half where Man City got a little bit of joy and they broke and they got through the lines, and he chased back 80 yards to make the tackle, and that's what separates him, I think, from the other players of his ilk. He's the full package at 22.
Drive, energy, remarkable.
Yeah, exceptional talent. Again, the pass, we'll all admire that, and the touch, but his all-round game, you could see when he came off, he'd give every ounce of energy, and seeing him with his family there and talking how much the importance they played in this part, it's not just a one-off occasion. There's so much work in years of going to training as an academy player 4 or 5 times a week, and then you get to this stage, and I'm just glad they were able to embrace it and enjoy it, because I was lucky enough to do things in my career, and I never quite enjoyed it as much as I do when I look back.
3 young English talents there. They deserve a rest, a little sit down.
Do you know what they should do and what they're doing now, which is right, is enjoying this moment? I've got to be honest, when I look back, I didn't enjoy it as much.
Why not?
I don't know. You get pulled from pillar to post, interview here and there. I don't know, it was just did. This here is what you should be doing. Sit there as long as you can. Take it in. Get your phones out now. Film it. this is stuff you can look back on and really enjoy. And you don't get too many more moments like this in your life. I hope they do.
Right.
But you don't know how many more moments you're going to get, so really savour it.
They've got a curfew here. They might get shifted in a minute. Well, let's talk about N'Golo Kante. I mean, a remarkable player. It's that old saying, isn't it, about the Earth's covered 70% and the rest is covered by N'Golo Kante.
He's staggering. I'm shattered just watching him. Like, I actually played against him. One of my last games, my legs were gone, and this lad come on, and I looked at him. He's about 4 foot tall, and I thought to myself, what does he do? And he's
about Leicester, Joe. I think I played him at Villa. He came on and he changed the game. We were 2-0 up, and he came on. I was like, okay, and he just changed the game, and they won 3-2, and that was the year they went on to win the league. And they've had Makelele, they've had Ramirez, who was exceptional, but this player...
Yeah, well, he's won everything now. Everything that really matters.
Arguably the best in that position ever to play the game.
I played with Maka, who I thought was the best in that position until I see this kid. He's got Makelele plus extras.
Do you know what? Levels. I don't even think he's a holder, though.
No.
He's just let off the leash.
Well, he can do everything.
But what I mean is he gets let off the leash and says, go and smell the game. Go and take the moment. Go and find where the ball's going to drop. He's got that innate, he just knows, he smells where the ball's going to be, and all of a sudden he just turns up. He's so quick, he's so nimble, and as a player on the pitch, if you're playing, you don't know where he's coming from because he's so quick, he surprises you. He is the best, the most important midfielder in terms of retrievement, in terms of making sure your team remains solid. He's the best for me.
Yeah, in the same way where a striker's got that instinct in front of goal, he's got that in the midfield, and that's what Man City lacked tonight. Pep, that massive gamble, no Rodri, no Fernandinho, and every time Chelsea were in a little bit of trouble, they clipped it to Havertz. He either got hold of it, or there was a little Diaz, got the header, dropped it in midfield. Gundogan, Silva and Foden, who was in there, they couldn't read it because it's not natural for them. Kante was just on it, then he drove from there, and that's how the game was.
And at the same time, we're talking about him defensively, but when the ball goes up to Havertz, who's looking for it to be knocked back to and then retain possession? Kante. He does both sides of the game. Unreal.
He's an extraordinary player. There he is.
Man of the match.
With yet another trophy. Let's talk about Reece James as well. Very, very mature performance from a very young man.
Yeah, very cultured. We've seen early on the one time that Raheem gets in, but after that there was no space. And even there he recovers and forced him wide. And again, I seen him a few years ago playing for Wigan in midfield, and I thought, this guy's comfortable. I looked, and obviously I seen he was on loan from Chelsea, and since that he's just kicked on, and he's so comfortable in possession. He doesn't just waste it either, but he's so patient in his defending, which I like to see. We see a lot of defenders now that are diving in, but he's like, no, go on then, let's beat me. If you want a foot race, we can have it. And as I said, there's not many players that could do that to Raheem Sterling and recover and take the ball off him and turn away as well.
And he backs himself in 1v1 situations. And if you're going to play top level for England in a tournament, for Chelsea in a Champions League final, you've got to be able to have players who can stand up and say, right, leave me 1v1 and I'll deal with it. And he does that. And listen, today he became a man because, again, before that, is he the right player to play for Chelsea, let alone England? Today he answered them questions with aplomb.
Again, is another kid who I watched a few times coming through the academy and was always impressed. But we see his debut against Wilfried Zaha in the Premier League, and he dispatched him. And he's done it to Raheem Sterling. That's a level up today on the big stage. And Jolien's right. He backs himself in one-on-ones. He gets his feet in the right place. He gets the right distance away. You know, and I think as well there's levels to come from him, because when he gets in the final third, he's almost too polite. He can drive past players himself, and his delivery is as good as anyone I've seen.
Gareth Southgate's got some difficult decisions.
Gareth's got the cigars out tonight.
Nice decisions, though. Nice decisions, that's for sure. We're going to keep going, but we'll take a...
I'm told to experience that. It's fantastic to watch. On the night, I must say, it looked to me that being favourite for Man City was a heavy burden, you know. And from the start on, they had not their usual decisiveness, aggression. They lost many duels. They as well is a team who is used to win the ball quickly back, and tonight they couldn't do that. And I would say Chelsea gave them a huge problem tonight. Is the runs behind the central defenders. All the game, that created real problems for them. Because the midfielders found always Werner, Havertz in behind, and that created many problems. And tactically, They were always on the back foot, never on the front foot. In the second half, I must say, I expected them to come out and give a real impulse to the game. They did never find a high collective rhythm. And in the second half, Chelsea was quite comfortable, even more than in the first half. They had a great chance with Pulisic to score the second goal. And overall, I must say, congratulations to Chelsea, a deserved win, you know. With as well, we have seen a man who was above everybody else on this football pitch, N'Golo Kante. It's shown as well that a real technique to win the ball back is without making any foul during the game and using the ball well every time. He has been absolutely unbelievable.